Morning, sports fans. This is George with Custom Tied Flies and Guide Service. And this morning we're going to do a tutorial on Custom Tied's version of 60-degree inverted Prince Nymph. So this is what it looks like when it's done. The hook is Montana Fly Company 1X long shank tactical jig hook. Excuse me. The weight is 7 wraps of Hairline's 0.02 inch lead wire. Excuse me. The bead is a slotted tungsten 3.5 millimeter bead from Wholesale Fly Company. Excuse me. Thread is Danville Fly Master. For this size, I'm using a 140D. The tail is brown goose biot that I get from Hairline. The body is 4 strands of peacock herl that I actually got from a peacock. There's a buddy of mine gave me a peacock. The rib is size BR UTC gold wire. The collar is off a saddle, brown saddle that I get from Ewing. Excuse me. And the wing is white goose biot that I get from Cascade Crest. So go ahead and get your hook mounted in the vise. First things first, you want 7 wraps of lead wire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just break that off. Use an old pair of scissors to get the other piece off. And then you gotta smush that up against the bead. And get tied in. Run your thread up over top of the lead wire. And you're going to put just 1 stroke of head cement, or you can use Sally Hansen hard as nails, or whatever other type of head cement you choose. This is, I get my head cement from Nymph. Now it's an inverted fly, so turn the hook upside down. Get your 2 goose biots. Just pinch and pull them right off of the stem. You want to turn them to face each other, so you just kind of pull them apart and turn them to face each other. Sometimes they don't want to cooperate. So you know you got them turned the right way when they form a little V like that. And you're going to take your ends, just thread them right through there, and then kind of get them the length, about a shank length, and you're going to tie them in from the top of the biot, not all the way down at the bend. Get them things positioned the way you want them. You're just going to have to take a couple wraps at a time, because they'll turn on you like that one's trying to. Get it all the way down in there, Then flip it over. Give them a little twist so you make sure you got them set right. Split them with your finger. One wrap on one, then the other wrap on the other, and that keeps them separated. Run your thread back up to right before the lead. And you got your gold wire. You want to get that tied in first. You're going to tie it in on your side. Because when you go to wrap it, you're going to counter wrap it, so when you turn the fly over, it's going to be on the far side. And then got your peacock herl. Go ahead and turn your fly over. Start your herl about halfway up the lead. Then kind of pull it toward you as you're putting it in place. And wrap the herl. Now you can use a rotate. You can use your bobbin cradle. Yeah. But you end up wasting a lot of wire doing that. Because you got to snip the wire free from the spool. And wire is, you know, expensive. Take that herl all the way up to the bead. A couple of wraps of thread to hold the herl in place. Snip that off. You can set them aside to use later. Now you're going to take a couple of half hitches. You got your wire. Swing your bobbin cradle over. Now the thing with UTC wire, it's got this cool keeper on top. So you want to try to use that to your advantage. Bring the wire over and then wrap that forward in open spirals, just like you would rib any other nymph. All right. Take 5, then 3, then 1. And then you can just helicopter that right off. It's not going anywhere. All right. Now you want to select a saddle feather that's wider down by the fluff. Like this one. And then you just pinch the top of it and stroke those fibers down. So it kind of looks like that. Get that tied in. Snip that off. And you got your hackle pliers. These are Griffin hackle pliers. Kind of wet your fingers and stroke those fibers back. You should get 3 or 4 wraps, maybe 5. The key is to get as close to the fluff without actually getting into it. Snip that off. Now, some guys will tell you to snip this part of that hackle off. I like to leave it. I got my white goose biots. Find you a couple right at the end. Go ahead and pop them off. And then instead of trying to put them face to face, you just want to get your index finger and thumb and you just kind of slide it. So you end up with looking like that. And then slide that right down over top of the bead. You get your right distance. And give your thread a spin. This is flat thread, so you want to tighten it up a little bit. You just do a pinch wrap. Make sure you got your biots where you want them. Those are in the wrong place. You can kind of adjust them. There we go. And then tighten down on them. I got a pair of midge scissors here from Dr. Slick. Real fine points to be able to get in there and give those a snip. Then I'm going to finish it off with a wet whip. With some Solarez UV resin. Light it up. Five to 7 seconds. There's plenty to cure this stuff. It's great stuff. And there you have it. Custom Tides version of the 60-degree inverted Prince Nymph. So if you have any questions, you can get a hold of me through my website at custom-tide.com. That's www.customty. That's custom-tied.com. Have a splash. Don't forget the dash. custom-tide.com. Please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and happy tying.